Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Vanessa and I'm an indie author from Toronto, Canada, and I publish under the pen name A Sage. Today's video, if you haven't been here before, I do share a lot of behind the scenes, kind of like what it takes to be an author life and things like that, or just some creative type of behind the scenes because I am also a graphic artist, so a lot of that gets shared. So today, as you can see, we've got a bit of a different setup here. And I do have you handheld right now because what we're actually going to do is we're going to do an updated desk tour. I have done an old desk tour before. I will link that for you. It was like kind of like an office tour for when we moved into our condo. So I will link that somewhere above. But this one right now, I got a brand new sit-stand desk. If you're on my newsletter, then you would have heard how happy I am about it. I'm super excited about it. It's right behind me. And I'm very excited to share it with you guys. So we're going to do an updated desk tour so you can see what my setup is as an author, but also mostly, because that's what I do here for the most part, is my digital artist setup. If you don't know, I design book covers for authors for a living. It is kind of my main source of income. So I do a lot of like graphic art, a lot of digital painting and all of that. So that's kind of where all the magic happens. So I'm sure you're here for the desk, as you've seen from the thumbnail. So I'm going to stop blabbing. I'm going to turn you guys around and give you the full tour. Let's go. So when you walk in, as you can see, the setup is pretty much like in the same area that it was in the other video that I shared of the office. I did end up moving my office chair out of the way, and I do still have these kind of carts for all my supplies and planner stuff on either side. But as you can see now, there's a lot more space because I don't have those file cabinets that I had before. On the wall here, the exact same setup, except I added this fake little plant because I figured it adds some greenery into the space, but also is way easier to take care of, as in no taking care of, except maybe some washing. So let's get to the desk. So this is a sit-stand desk, and I will raise it above so I can walk you through everything that's above it. This is a slightly older model. If I can find it, I will link it in the description, but literally any sit-stand desk will be fine. Cable management is pretty okay. I do want to get one of those bars that kind of go underneath there to hide all of that mess. So that's still coming up. So for the sit-stand part, it doesn't have programmable buttons, which is absolutely fine for me. I mean, I don't mind just doing that. It took me like a second, but I did end up getting one of these drawers from Amazon. It wasn't very expensive. It was easy to put on. It comes with sticky parts that you can put underneath, but what we did was we actually put those little those 3M stickies, but we also drilled it into the bottom of the desk, so it is super secure. Like I can shake it, nothing will happen. It has a sliding drawer here, and I keep my extra hard drives here. I keep my drawing pens here, like a little knife, just in case I need to do for my planning, any cutting. I do have a calculator here. I have my drawing glove here, my little shortcut remote for when I'm doing some art and not cover design, and also kind of a bunch of stickers that I'm keeping here as well. Now, the actual desk setup, I'm trying to keep it as minimal as I can. I forgot to put that glove away. So what you're looking at is just, and then, sorry, you can see the light, the ring light that I have, just to give it a bit more light in the background. But I do have two screens, and I'll show you what they are in a second. I use this keyboard quite a bit. We got my mouse, and then we've got a touchpad here. Now, this computer, my kind of main non-drawing computer, this is the Imac 27. It is upgraded to all the highest RAM, memory, everything that you could use. So it's great for video editing, which is mostly what I use it for editing videos, and I use it for InDesign stuff, for my planner shop, and for book formatting. So under here, I keep my planner. This is the small Louis Vuitton planner, or I guess it's size, which is medium, but it's personal size, so I count it as small. And that's my Condren Press Designs cover design planner. I do have videos on setups, which I will link here as well. I have this heart-shaped onyx stone here just for protection. My main hard drive is plugged in here. And then above, I have this light bar for when I'm working at night. So this is kind of the same setup as before. Here on the bottom, I have my laptop. So that's always plugged in there, which I use for writing. And then over here is my big main planner, which again, there's setups for that. I have my timular, and I just have 2 of the pens cups full of pens that I use for everyday planning. Now, for this screen here, and this is like my pride and joy, I absolutely adore it. This is the 24-inch 4K Huion, drawing tablet, and I did have it on a stand before, but what I actually ended up doing was mounting it. When I am actually drawing, I will often just kind of move things out of the way. I will bring this closer to myself. I'll tilt it here if I need to, where I'm sitting. And then when I'm not using it, I'll push it right back. So I do love that function of it. Now, to talk a little bit about the tablet, this is a work in progress, by the way. I'm working on a pre-made, and this is just the base composition. So totally rough. You're seeing the behind the scenes of a totally rough work. But I absolutely am trying to get around this light, so maybe I'll go this way. I absolutely love this tablet because when I use a drawing pen, first of all, you draw directly on it, right? So it does feel like I am actually drawing on paper and not so much. Whereas before, I don't know if you know this, but I used to have something where this trackpad is. I used to have another tablet right over there. And so I would have to draw on that tablet while looking at this screen. And it felt really disjointed to me. But now with these two together, I'm drawing directly on that tablet, and then this screen is open. And often what I'll do is I'll have on here reference images. I will have my briefs open, client briefs open. So I have all the information that I would possibly need on this screen. And then I would actually do the bulk of the work on that screen. And I actually use that screen. I've started using that screen also for 3D modeling and 3D animation. So it gets a lot of use, and it's fantastic. If you're looking to upgrade and you can afford to get something on the higher end, this was about $2,000. So it's Canadian. So it is expensive, but for me, it has completely improved my productivity and totally worth it. So with that said, this is the desk tour. Now, if you didn't see the other one, if you don't feel like watching the other ones, I can just tell you more or less. Let me just lower this out of the way. But I can tell you more or less what I have in here. At the top, I created these little file folder systems where I keep all of my business receipts, and they're just labeled by the type of expense they are. And then I have, this one's empty. I'm keeping it for stickers, I think, are coming in that I'm going to put in there. And then we have all my ink supplies for fountain inks. I've got a few room sprays, blue light glasses, and my writing gloves are in there. And I have some cute little Coffee Monsters clips and this sweet little bow clip on that side, which I should probably switch sides. Now on here in this cart, again, if you haven't seen, we've got sticker supplies. We've got more stationery, labels, Instax cameras, Instax printers. And then in these boxes here are extra planner inserts, extra dashboards for my planner. And then I've got like stamps. I've got birthday cards for if there's birthdays coming up and things like that. And then the other cart that you saw that was just like this, the one that's right there, that one is full of supplies for when I'm packing and shipping signed books. Now, on this side here, that's from the camera I'm using now, so disregard, but this one is a little bit different too. I have set it up differently since the desk setup, but this is now used for a project that me and my husband have coming up soon that we are launching together. And then we have a few planners here. So this is my business planner. This one is going to be the planner for this project that's coming up, but I'm also using it. The pink is for YouTube. So this is all video type of planning. And I'll share more about that project later once we launch it. I have like a little decorative acrylic stand here where I have some washi tape in a stand. These I just had kicking around, so I just put them in there because they're pretty. I've got my mic for when I do screen recordings. And then I have my plotting journal, which I have on one of these Erin Condren planner stands. This is my plotting bullet journal. Again, all of these planners have walkthroughs. I have my Erin Condren stationary little stand, acrylic stand here, full of stuff I might need for this board and for that planner. Underneath, some crystals. And then I have these 2 photo albums full of stickers. So when I sit down to plan, I usually will do it on the desk, but I will drag these sticker albums with me and bring them over there. So I have them nearby and I kind of am close to everything. And as before, the 2, you can see my office chair there, but the 2 bookcases remaining the same in that same area. And right behind me, over here where the light is, my kind of witchy station is still there. The other thing that got a bit of I guess we can call it an upgrade, is this area here. So that was kind of wasted space before. I didn't know what to really do on this space. So I just kind of put like one of my books from up here down there. But the top, so I have this Shadowhurst map. There's like no light on here right now. But I have my Shadowhurst map, and then the top shelf is all my books. So you've got the Witch of Shadows audiobook. We got the things, The River Hides, and hardcover and paperback. All of the Shadowhurst so far. We've got the 2 Cartagas, and then we got Etherborn and the original covers of Etherborn, and then that little guy in the corner there is like the first book I've ever written, which was fun to do, but not like my pride and joy by any means. But what I ended up doing on this area here, because I do have my printer up there, so what I ended up setting up is all of my notebooks that I use, but not every day. So we've got like my goals notebook, which I fill out once every quarter. We've got like a notebook that I use for when I study illustration. I've got a writing notebook that I use for editing. We've got the Shadowhurst Bible here, blank paper, 2 notebooks full of blank paper. So just stuff I don't really use generally. I also put my bookmarks up here, some rose-colored paper clips, my phone holder, and then we've got like a washi station here. So I have a ton of washi, and I figured why not put it all here. I've got some more stickers, and this thing used to be on my old desk, if you remember, but I kind of moved it up here, and all the extra pens I don't use regularly, plus my Sprocket, HP Sprocket printer. So now the space feels just a bit more intentional, and it's got things on it that I really need. And then everything on this side of that little built-in corner kind of stayed the same, where I have just craft books and supplies. And then I did end up getting 3 new art books, which are so beautiful, and I absolutely love them. But otherwise, all of that stayed the same with the exception of that corner. So yeah, that is the desk. And I just wanted to turn you guys around because I'm sure you got tired of staring at the same setup. But that's my new desk. I am super, super excited about it. It's been so helpful with not just productivity, but like my back And the whole idea of like standing, at first I was like, why do I need to do that? But honestly, like if you're a digital artist, drawing while you're standing for that break is so helpful. I used to have like serious problems with my wrists, with my back, with my neck. And I find that when I stand up once in a while, it kind of helps not clear that up, but it kind of makes me take a different position. And so I'm not always stuck in the same spot when I draw, because I don't know if you know, but if you're drawing in the same position, your muscles tend to get cramped out that way. So a lot of digital artists or artists in general have a lot of problems like with their neck and their wrists specifically, because you're always kind of like this. So the standing part really helps. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this little tour of my new setup. I'm super excited about it. I love using it, and so far it's been such a pleasure. And with that, I'm going to leave you for the week, and I will see you next week for another video. Stay magical and talk to you soon. Bye.